Alright, so the competitors shake hands and we're off. Alright, Jonathan leads with Charizard and Landorus. Well, Simon's going to counter with his Venusaur and the Japanese Gyarados. We're going to see most likely two Intimidates come out, one from each side, which will only affect the Intimidators respectively. There are a few options here. It's possible Jonathan. Alright, I just got shushed, so I'm going to keep it a little lower. What you might see is the Charizard Mega Evolve here, and maybe a U-turn to get it out of danger. You could also see some rocks get dropped, or maybe even a knockoff if he's running it. As for Simon, he's probably going to want to Mega Evolve immediately to get the defensive boost, and you might see a Sleep Powder come out. As we're going to see the Mega Evolution from Simon's Venusaur, which will increase its bulk. Also get the Thick Fat, which will help. As the U-turn's going to come out onto that Gyarados, do a little bit of chip damage and basically get him out of trouble. Alright, so Jonathan's going to switch in his Sylveon. Right, and the Giga Rain's going to come out onto Sylveon, doing a little bit of chip damage. Now here, it's questionable whether that Sylveon will want to stay in, since Venusaur threatens it with a very super effective Sludge Bomb, but at the same time, Jonathan has an advantage with the Rotom, where he can Thunderbolt the Gyarados. So you might see both players do a switch out here. As to what though, we're gonna see. As the Sylveon switches out back to the Charizard, will the Gyarados switch out too? No, the Gyarados is gonna go for the Protect. Maybe a Sludge Bomb onto the Charizard spot? No, Rotom actually targets into the Venusaur, which is interesting, and yes, the Sludge Bomb does come into the Charizard spot. Now here with Thick Fat and water resistance, a Sun Boosted Heat Wave is still powerful, but it's not going to do as much as one might anticipate. So I'd say Simon's position is a little better here, especially since he can also just Giga Drain the Rotom for massive amounts of damage. So the Gyarados is gonna retreat for the hell's that? His Garchomp. As we're going to see the Mega Evolution to Charwai. And Drought comes out, which will make fire attacks stronger. And the overheat is avoided by the Venusaur, which is going to cause Jonathan a lot of problems. Sludge Bomb comes on to the Charizard, but the Thunderbolt does not affect the Garchomp. So there are a few options here that Jonathan can maybe do to put himself back in the game. Perhaps Will-O-Wisp in the Garchomp slot and going for Overheat again, but he might have to rely on a Rock Slide miss or something like that. So you might expect the Charizard to switch out here to try and conserve it, since it does outspeed a lot of Simon's team, just not that Garchomp. Players are taking their time making their move because this is a very critical turn. Jonathan's going to have to outthink Simon to get back into this game. As we see the switch out from the Charizard, going back into the Landorus, which won't take that much from Rock Slide and decreases Garchomp's attack, which will definitely help. So Rock Slide comes out. It'll do a bit chip damage to both of them. Maybe get a flinch from the Rotom, which would be crucial for Simon. But no, then the Will-O-Wisp avoids too. Jonathan is having no luck with Fire-type attacks today, and is going to take a heavy hit from Giga Drain. Well, we're going to see the Citrus Berry come out, which might help it take a Garchomp attack, but another Giga Drain is going to murder the Rotom. So even though it's even in Pokemon, Simon has all the momentum at this point, and Jonathan is going to have to do something quick to change it before he finds himself out of this game. As the Garchomp is going to go for the Protect, perhaps expecting the Will-O-Wisp from the Rotom. As the Earthquake goes off, it's not going to do anything to the Rotom because it'll Levitate, and the Garchomp protected itself. Venusaur will take some damage, but it's very bulky defensively. Doesn't even do half. And he goes for the Giga Drain on the Landorus, which actually isn't a bad move, because if you're protecting the Garchomp, it's not going to do anything to that slot, most likely. It'll damage the Landorus and get some health back. So once again, guys, we still see both teams have 4 Pokemon, but Jonathan keeps taking damage and Simon keeps taking no damage. So the momentum is heavily on Simon's side now. The Garchomp brings the Landorus to an inch of its life. So it brings out the Earthquake. Did it get a crit? No, it did not. And it avoids the Hydro Pump too. I mean, if you are the RNG, you hate Jonathan Evans right now. As the Rotom's going to faint, and Simon finally takes a Pokemon. We'll see what Jonathan brings in. He's bringing in his weakened Charizard, which just in a bad move actually. A Sun boosted Overheat can probably take out the Venusaur, and it looks like that Landorus' Choice Scarf. So oh wait, was it? But anyway, at this point, Jonathan's probably relying on luck here, and he's not going to get it. This Rock Slide is probably going to take out both of his Pokemon, and with Jonathan's last Pokemon being the Sylveon, it's really going to get very messy for Jonathan. I honestly don't see any way back for him in this game, and the Synthesis is going to come out just to add insult to injury. I mean, if any shot Sylveon had of maybe bringing that Venusaur down with like something like HP Fire or HP Ground or something, just evaporate with that Sunlight. As we're going to see the Sylveon come out as Jonathan's last Pokemon. To say Jonathan's in a tough spot right now is an understatement. Simon's going to switch out the Garchomp to conserve it from a Hyper Voice. Looks like that's a Zapdos coming in. Yep. I believe that's Angel Zapdos has been cloned all over the world. And the Sludge Bomb's going to come out. Sylveon's Special Bulk allows it to hang on to get off a Hyper Beam. Jonathan is celebrating hitting a move, and he actually takes out the Zapdos with that Hyper Beam. But you know what? His celebration is going to be short-lived, as that Sylveon's going to have to take a turn to recharge. It can't even protect. And another Sludge Bomb and Rock Slide, Earthquake, whatever, is going to finish this game off. Looks like this final turn is going to be a formality, as the competitors are just talking about the outrageous hacks in this game. And we're going to see the Earthquakes come out from Simon's Garchomp. That'll probably finish off the Sylveon itself. And yes, Simon pretty much just destroyed Jonathan this game. And we're going to see Simon take the game 3-0 against Jonathan. Meaning Simon is 3-1 and Jonathan is 2-2.